There we go. We're on. So stand up and say hi to everybody, Phil.
Hi, everybody.
And then Aimie, just wave over to them.
Hi.
So we're doing a different direction. I'm passing through. And then, hello. This is CJ. All right. And so we have a minute or so before we go on. And I guess I need to do mine too, huh? Yep.
That or you have to yell really loud.
I don't have a problem with that, except for today after speaking to 150 people at one time.
One of these shows that I didn't have your mic turned on. I was like, CJ sounds a little quiet. Like, the mic was completely off. I picked it up off mine. I'm like, holy crap.
What is going on with CJ today?
Yep. So let's see.
I always forget. 3, 4.
1, 2.
That was way off.
3
So
and 4. No. 1, 2, 3 and 4.
Right,
there we go. That's 4. 2 and 4, 1 and 3.
I'm number 2.
And what are you? 4?
4. 4, 4 out the door.
Okay, don't ask me anything I don't know so I don't look stupid, okay?
Just the basics, really.
Just so you know, we keep the bloopers in.
Oh, you're going to have a whole lot of
Oh, no, we have fun.
material from me.
He's almost ready.
30 seconds. Alright, mic's going hot in about 5 seconds. Hello, everybody. You are listening to KNVC 95.1 FM, Carson City. Oh, hold on. And knvc.org for everybody outside of Carson City. And my name is Phil Woolley, and this is CJ Giltner, and we are Carson Rural Communities.
Hi. One more time. Hi. Okay.
Hi.
We're in a different direction with the little video camera today. Never thought about doing it that way, but let's see what happens.
See if I can bring the mic here a little bit.
All righty.
I sound amazing.
Great.
All right.
You're all good?
I think I'm all good.
Okay.
All right.
If not, we'll have bloopers. Okay. So, who do we have with us today?
Oh, there you are.
Oh,
I
who
got
do we
you.
have today?
Hi. Okay, so again, this is Phil Woolley, and today we are joined by Aimie Guthrel.
Guthrel. Yep, good job. Mm-hmm.
Of Vitalant.
Yes,
Go ahead
thank
and
you.
wave.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
You know what's funny? I noticed with all the CDs off the wall, we have an echo in here.
As a matter of fact, we do. It kind of bounces off behind us because there's nothing there.
That makes sense.
And that's because we're moving.
Right? And they're definitely in the process, man. It's quite empty and ugly in here.
And I don't know the address yet. I don't know on any of that, but there's boxes outside the other room, and the CDs are just kind of mysteriously going away. So we know it's happening.
I believe we're going to be working out of a Chevy Astro van.
Yeah, sounds about right. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad. I know it was last minute too, but Phil and I were thinking about that the blood donation coming in next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday on the 17th.
Yes.
And we thought it'd be the perfect time for the two of you to talk.
Right.
So I'm actually going to keep my mouth shut as much as possible. And Phil's going to ask you the questions because he knows all about donating blood.
Phil is
So
amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you for joining us today, Aimie. And I just wanted to bring you on to kind of help. I don't know, help educate folks, talk about all the myths and everything with blood donation, why people should do it, where it goes,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. And I'll just let you start where you want on that.
Oh no, it's great. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's great to bring awareness to this literal life-saving mission that we do, especially when you realize that out of the eligible population, only 3% of the population donates.
Oh, wow.
And so when you realize only 3% donates, but to add to that, in Northern Nevada, we need on average 150 units every single day.
Oh, wow.
So when you kind of look at the math there, it's amazing that we actually, can meet these numbers. And so, I know a lot of people, the joke is people always say, you guys call me all the time. Yeah. Cause we definitely, there's no substitution for blood. Absolutely. There's no substitution. And so, yeah, we have a big need to meet every day in Northern Nevada. And the nice part when you donate, it stays in Northern Nevada. So it doesn't, the only time it goes out in Northern Nevada, we do have our processing plant, if you will, is in Sacramento. So that's where they make sure the blood is safe. They do everything with it, but they send it back to us. And so it does stay in the Northern Nevada area, unless of course there's like a mass casualty event that we have to help with. But yeah, it stays here.
Right. I've heard once before from another coordinator, it might have been you even, talking about it really depends on the situation. Like there can be a trauma patient that goes through 10 units of blood that day.
Believe it or not, a bad car accident, a patient can use 100 units.
Wow.
And it's,
so that just wipes out the whole supply.
100%.
I never knew that.
Yeah. When you really look at the blood facts, it's almost staggering, because one thing that I recently learned in the last few years is when it comes to mothers, and this is a great time to kind of bring attention to moms, May and Mother's Day coming up. So every 1 in 83 births, a mother needs a transfusion. 1 in 83. And so when you look at something like that, I think when people think about blood donation and the use of blood, we instantly go to car accidents, those kind of things. We don't truly realize how many things it goes to, including cancer patients, mothers who are giving birth, burn victims. There are so many things that the blood and the blood products go to, that's why there's such a need every single day. But yeah, to your original question, one tragic accident can use 100 units.
So we really just need to fill up every blood drive everywhere.
Yeah. And that's why there is such a need. So, I some people will joke about, do you guys really need it? Yeah, we really do. So when we talk about that critical need or the urgent need, summer's around the corner. And one of the hardest times to get blood products is 4th of July. And the reason is because that 4th of July, we're all on vacation. We're all out having fun. We're all doing things. So we don't have as many donors coming in, obviously, because we're all having fun. However, we have a huge need going out, because we're out having fun and we're getting in accidents and we're getting hurt. And so 4th of July being right around the corner, blood on the shelves saves lives, plain and simple. I mean, if we have a patient in the hospital, there's not that time to wait to find the blood and have it brought in. So we need it there. We need it on the shelf. So having that, leading up to 4th of July and donating during the summer, it's important to donate anytime, but that's something to keep in mind as we're coming into the summertime. Those buses are so important to fill and get those.
I bet the need just fluctuates throughout the year with things like that.
100%.
So I guess I'm chiming in because I'm actually curious. What is the shelf life of blood when it's sitting on a shelf?
I believe it's 42 days. So so when you look at that, so it's a little over a month, which is good. But at the same time, we can only keep it for 40 days. And so before, it ends up not being, but again, with as much as we're using, I mean, we don't.
The demand.
You don't have much.
Exactly.
You don't have any sitting on.
Exactly. It's not like we destroy a bunch. Yeah. It's nothing like that, but really, when you think about it, it's only that 40 days, 42 days that we have it. So it is a constant, that revolving door concept. We constantly are needing it.
So one thing I wanted to bring up, since there is always such a need for blood, I know that there is a method to get a double donation.
Yes, yeah. So that has a couple names. People will know it as Power Red, 2 RBCs. You'll hear a couple different names for it. And yeah, the nice thing about that, so here I'm going to go a little bit wordy. Everybody ready? Hopefully you guys want to listen to me for a second. So the science behind it is, a whole donation is the typical blood donation that everybody thinks of. The only difference to this one is you're hooked up to a machine. So it's an automated machine, and it takes your blood and it separates the blood products, your plasma and platelets, from the red cells. And then after you donate your bag of blood, if you will, your bag of red blood cells, there's a return process, and it gives you back all those goodies. So you get back your platelets and your plasma, but you also get it back with a saline solution. So a lot of donors actually report feeling more hydrated after doing this donation because, yeah, there you go. Yeah, because of that saline solution. So why that one matters, there's a couple things that are both beneficial to the patient, the hospital patient, and the donor. So I'm just going to say it straight out. The needle is smaller. So
thank you, because I'm afraid of needles.
That's a big selling point for a lot of people. Yes. But the other part, you do feel more hydrated. It does take about 15, 20 minutes longer for it. And that's strictly because of that return process of getting those goodies back with that saline solution. For the hospital patient, the nice thing about it is, unfortunately, with medicine, I mean, patients can have reactions to just about anything. And if they receive a blood product, there's a high chance they can have a reaction to receiving that blood. However, obviously, patients, that's not always the thing. But with the blood, with that red cell the red cells that we took, that one bag, because it's pure red cells, we're actually able to separate it into 2 bags of blood. So instead of donating 1 bag, you're actually donating 2 bags of blood from the exact same donation.
So twice the donation. And
correct. So when it comes to exactly, and a smaller needle. So when it comes to the hospital patient, if a patient needs more than 1 unit of blood, they're getting 2 units from the same donor. So there's less of a chance of a reaction. So there's so many benefits to that Power Red donation.
Mm-hmm.
And so one donation saves 3 lives, which is a beautiful sentence. You donate 1 bag of blood, you're going to save 3 people.
3 times the karma.
Right? So
Yes.
exactly. So when you do a double, you are actually saving 6 lives. So it doubles your, it doubles up to 6, I should say. It doubles your life-saving power, your superhero power.
Is there a specific blood type to the double donation?
Well, of course, we always want O negative. I mean, if you're O negative, you're that universal donor, you can go to anyone. So that's always the one that we're truly looking for. So, all blood is important because everybody needs it, right? But the O negative, of course, is the one that we really want.
Okay, but other blood types can do a
100%.
double donation?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. We encourage
I
all of
learned
them.
something. I thought it was just the O's.
Oh yeah, no. You can do all blood types.
Great.
As soon as you think you know everything about this, you really
Learn something new. Yep, you got it.
Science behind all of this.
Yeah.
And so Vitalant is going to be at the blood drive that you're hosting. So if someone wants to give blood, what is the link, the place to register?
Yeah, actually make it really easy. I make a landing page there. So if you go to desertpigs.com/blood, then it's got all the information and a link straight to the appointment to, find your seat and everything. And if you need any help, you can always reach out to either Aimie, or you can reach out to me too.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can find me on Facebook, Phil Woolley, and you just message me and ask me. And if I don't know the answer, I'll hit up Aimie for it.
Absolutely.
And so, Aimie, do you have a phone number that if people wanted to call you,
Sure.
What's that phone number?
Sure. That number. It's the local number 775. It's actually my personal cell phone, so I hope that's okay to give.
It's up to you.
Okay.
It's up to you.
Well, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. 775-225-2181. And you can also call, if for those out there who may not be super comfortable with like technology and doing stuff online, you can always call our local office, and they can make an appointment for you over the phone as well. I will look that number up because I don't know it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can
While
always.
you're looking that up,
Yeah.
I also wanted to know, how could a company put together a blood drive?
Yes, very important.
Oh, that's a great question. So really just reach out to me, to be honest.
Okay.
And so there's a couple of me and my coworkers, we all work together. We have different territories in the area. So if it's not me you're working with, I will put you in contact with one of our amazing
Cool
team. I mean,
Really, yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
yeah, we have a great team. And so I can put you in contact if it's not me with who you need to. But it's actually a super easy process, really. I mean, there's it's
You gotta find a place.
got to find a place, yeah, and
Somewhere with a bathroom.
somewhere with a bathroom, yep, somewhere that allows, inside. We have the ability to do inside setups. So if you have a larger location, that we can actually bring our team inside your location
Where
and
that church is.
Yep, absolutely. We can set up in we need about 1,000 square feet is what we would need for an inside, not much bigger than that, but that's about what we need. Or we bring the blood mobile out, and the blood mobile needs about 7 to 8 parking spots just to fit.
Okay.
It's a renovated RV, so kind of keep that in mind. It is,
Okay.
it's
Class A.
yeah. Somebody
So-
called it a coach the other day. It's our coach.
Aw. So that is the blood drive is going to be on May 17th, which is a Saturday,
Mhm.
from 10:30 to 2 p.m.
Mhm.
And it's going to be right here in the parking lot, right?
Yes. it
Okay,
is.
so the
Mhm.
physical street address is 990 North Minnesota
Mhm.
in Carson City. We're at the Adams House, the old
Make
the
appointments.
building.
Make appointments and keep your appointments.
Yes, make
Yes,
your appointments.
definitely.
Cool.
One thing too, I can tell you, Vitalant also offers every month. We have a little special promo that Vitalant will offer to the donors for donating, and so we have a really, really great one in May. So it's an automatic entry for everybody who donates in May. Two people will win a 4-pack of tickets to. I always get the name wrong. It's the Universal Epic Universe in Florida. So
that's cool.
yeah, so the new park they have with, like, I noticed the Harry
Yeah.
Potter stuff, the Harry Potter park, the stuff down there. But it's a 4-pack of tickets, and it's also, I believe, there's a $2,500 gift card that comes with it as well.
Oh, that
So
is
it's
wonderful.
a super nice
Wow.
package,
Yeah,
and
just do it for the fake news.
Right.
Yeah, but my
Studios.
my problem is
Mhm.
I'll go to Florida and not want to come back.
No judgment. It's fine. It's fine.
That's funny.
Yeah. So it's automatic entry for everybody who donates. So you'll automatically get
amazing.
registered. So the whole month of May, any blood drive, you're actually eligible for that. But this one is special just because it's this one, right? I mean, come down and do it here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah.
Exactly. So you were going to look up a phone
I
number.
am. Let me get that for you.
Okay.
Give me a moment here. And any.
Like, what's one of the biggest myths that you've heard? I've heard myths like, oh, they're gonna sell your blood.
Yeah.
That's more than I hear often.
Yes. So, one of the things, and I'm going to tell you, I probably shouldn't say this like out loud over the air because I'm not 100% sure, but one of the things I have heard recently, we will not sell your blood. And the reason for that, my understanding is it's a law that if you are donating for money, then it actually has to go to research that, so it's not going to humans, I guess.
Okay.
So for us, because we're all volunteer basis situation, then your donation is going to humans, so it's not being sold.
Right.
So I hopefully that's a politically nice.
Well,
way of saying
that falls into place
Mhm.
with your organs. You can't sell your organs,
Sure.
but you
Right.
can donate them
Yes.
to
Yes. Mhm.
whatever
Oh,
the
right. And
cause
there's
is.
all sorts of there's all sorts of rules with that. I remember when I donated my kidney,
Mhm.
there was
Mhm.
all sorts of rules about I couldn't take any compensation from the kidney
Right.
recipient and stuff like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. They just don't want black market organs and black market blood out there.
Why?
So.
I don't understand. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah. So no, that's a great question. Yes, it is a myth. We don't sell your blood. It always goes right back to the community. And yeah, so it's a great question. One of the other myths too, some people out there who have done the Power Red donation before, we've actually have heard that there's some people who don't want to do it because there is that automated machine, and they feel that it's not sanitary, if you will, but the kits are disposable. So every donor gets its own kit. So it's literally a kit that goes into the machine, and when you're done donating, it comes out of the machine and basically
Wow,
discard
pretty
it.
clean and
So it's a
sanitary then.
very, very sanitary procedure. And it's just something I've actually heard before. And so talking about myths, that is another myth that is not, not 100%.
Now, one thing with the blood, with the
Mhm.
double blood donation, I mean, it can be a
Mhm.
little intimidating for somebody
Sure.
for maybe the first time.
Absolutely.
I would recommend if you've
Mhm.
never done it before, try a single first.
Yeah, I agree. Mhm.
I have a question.
Yes.
If a person has had chemotherapy
Mhm.
in the past, are they able to donate blood?
They are, but there is a waiting period, and I apologize. I don't recall the length of times for that.
Okay.
I will tell you, if you go to vitalant.org, and Vitalant, it's spelled VI talent, so TALAANT. So, sorry, testing my spelling bee abilities here, right? So vitalant.org, there is like a facts section on there that you can look that information up. We also have a bunch of 800 numbers that you can call and really go through the details with them as well if you wanted to know, because there's a lot of the chemo treatments. There's if somebody breaks a bone, there's also a waiting period, because well, I kind of joke that you need your blood more than we do in those times,
Okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I never saw it that way.
So there are different things like that. Of course, you can't be sick when you donate colds, those kind of things.
Yeah, they'll send you home. I've been there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a safety thing. We're giving your blood to sick people.
I think it's safe to say that they err on the side of caution.
100%. That's a wonderful way to put it. 100%. Yeah, definitely err on the side of caution. And so, that's a great question. The other thing that we hear a lot too is people question malaria countries. Like if they've traveled outside of the U.S., they will ask, can I donate if I've been outside of the US? And that honestly, please go to the website and reach out to our donor services line, because they're going to ask a lot of questions about where exactly you were and what cities or countries, because they're just looking for that malaria precaution. So that is not something that we actually can answer at the time of the drive, because there's so much detail to it. So I definitely refer you there. On the flip side of this conversation, though, and I thank you for bringing this up, I want to talk about some of the deferrals that are no longer deferrals that we really need, really want to get the word out with them. One of the biggest one is tattoos. Tattoos are no longer a deferral. So people used to have to wait. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have no excuses not to get a tattoo now.
Okay, so if you've had a tattoo, you could still give blood.
100%. So
wow.
The caveat, if you will, to that is it has to be done in a licensed shop. And there are a couple states, I do not know why, but there are still a couple states that aren't on our approved state. We found out Utah was one of them, but we have no idea why.
Does anybody in Utah get tattoos?
I wanted to ask that.
We found that out from one of our donors. But in Nevada, if you get a tattoo in Nevada, in a licensed shop in Nevada, we say have it be scabbed over and you can donate. It's no longer, it's like with 6 months or 2 years. The other thing that's no longer a deferral, but this one is wonderful, is mad cow. Mad cow is no longer a deferral. So for people who may not be familiar with mad cow, if you were in England or the UK during, I believe it was 1984 to around the early 90s,
yes,
if you lived there, visited, you were deferred for your life. Like you could never donate blood, like at all, ever. And so they have actually recently changed that. Mad cow is no longer a deferral. And so that, which is wonderful. And actually a funny little story, we were at one of our blood drives at the National Automobile Museum. We had a gentleman and his family who was visiting for England, and he was talking to us about it. And he's like, oh yeah, mad cow, can't do it. And I'm like, no, you can. So he actually donated with us for the first time in his life and was so excited to be able to do it. And so
he lost his excuse.
Yep. And so it's just a wonderful thing, because it's opened up so many donors, and all of those units that, we can, people enjoy the fact that they can be a lifesaver, and for something so quick, to be honest with you, because it takes about 45 minutes with the whole blood, and you save 3 lives. In 45 minutes, you can save 3 lives, so it's so wonderful to have these deferrals no longer
It's
be
definitely
deferral.
worth 45 minutes of your time and a little pinprick to know that somebody's gonna hug their babies again. So that's the way I
Exactly.
always figure it.
And you get to meet awesome people.
Awesome people. We have some great members. Yeah, we have I get so many compliments from donors from our donor care team and stuff. They're just great. Yeah, wonderful people. So
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mhm.
We're
Well-
probably gonna have to get into our PSAs here.
Yes, I didn't see. There's some over there. I'm going to go ahead and give mine right now. Amy, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
I know
you.
you're going to be coming back to see us
Sure.
before the big holidays
Thank
hit.
you. Yeah, that would be
Okay.
wonderful.
I think that's a good time.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
great. Thank you so much, you
If
guys.
not, she's sending a bus.
So we have some PSAs that we have to do. And Phil, I didn't get a chance to grab them over there.
There we go.
And let's see. So I'm going to do what Mr. Steve, our general manager, has asked. So there is the Stewart Father's Day Powwow. That's always fun. The annual Stewart Father's Day Powwow is coming on June 13th through the 15th. And local business can become a community partner and sponsor the event with a full color ad for its products and services in the 2025 souvenir program. I'm going to give you the phone number. I have a lot to give today, so I'm going to try to keep each one short.
Okay.
Phone number to call is, and her name is Serena, it's 775-687-7605. Then the Carson City Sheriff's Office is, you and your golf team can support the Carson City Sheriff's Office K9 unit at the second annual CCSO K9 unit golf tournament at Silver Oak Golf Club for August 2nd. That phone number to call is 775-283-3422. And my brain kind of digressed for a moment. So while it's on my brain, let me give you the phone number if you want to be on the show. It's a text number. It is 775-400-1151. And our email address is carsonruralcommunities@gmail.org. I'm glad I got that off. Now, .com. I'm sorry. I'm brainless. Anyway, and, out of the brain now. Okay. So the next one is get ready for the prehistoric adventure. The Carson Valley Days 2025 are coming, and that's June 12th through the 15th, featuring this year's theme, Jurassic Valley. If you would like to join in on that event, go to carsonvalley2030.com. And let's see. Downtown Carson City and Carson City Rotary invites one and all to the annual Capital City Brew Fest on May 31st. And let's see. Go to, here's the website, capitalcitybrewfest.com for your tickets. That's May 31st, and it will be from 3 to 8 p.m. And Capital is CAPITAL, capitalcitybrewfest.com. Did we just do that one? So let's see. Oh, our blood drive. We've already talked about that.
Yeah, we've talked about
It's
that quite a bit.
10:30 to 2:30. That's next Saturday. You can make an appointment by calling 775-329-6451. Or go online. Wait, or what?
Or go to desertpigs.com/blood.
Gotcha. Okay. Or you can also go online to vitalant.org. And we also have a link for you on knvc.org. Oh, there's no excuse. Go do it. Too many places to go to. Okay. The Nature Conservancy River Fork Ranch is an ecological oasis that straddles the banks of the Carson River as it flows through spectacular Carson Valley. Isn't that nice? Sounds great, huh?
Spectacular.
In May, events include a celebration of Genoa Western Heritage Days, May 2nd through 4th. We just went through that. The UNR Extension Douglas County Master Gardeners Native Plant Sale on Saturday, the 17th of May, and a meditation retreat on Sunday, May 18th. And details are found at Sierra Nevada. Oh, I can't put it together.
Let me
Break
see.
that
Let
up.
me see if
Oh
I can
my gosh.
take a shot of this. Sierra Nevada Geotourism.org.
Oh, there we go. Wow, I couldn't see that.
SIERRANAVAGEOTOURSRISM. Irish screwed up.
Well, you know what? We'll get it on our
We'll
Carson
get it on
Rural
there.
Communities page on Facebook. So one of those days, huh? Neither one of us can read, right? Okay. Oh, so we have a grand opening. The Westwood Park Splash Pad, Friday, that's tomorrow, 4 p.m., Westwood Park in Ironwood Drive in Minden. So it's a splash it's called a splash pad. So go over there and have some fun. It starts at 4 p.m. Join us for the grand opening of Carson Valley's newest splash pad. And need any questions answered? Call 775-782-5976. Now I'm going to start talking fast. Okay. So there's a rummage sale sponsored by the Calvary Baptist Church on Flowery Avenue in Dayton. It is May 9th and 10th, 2 to 6 on Friday, and 8 to 2 on Saturday. It's rummage sale. Misfits Theater Group.
There it is.
All right, talk about that one.
Okay, the Misfits Theater Group. They have a show, and they're going to be. The title of it is D.K. Molar, the Devious Dentist. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because one of their shows on the 16th will be all the proceeds will go to Desert Pigs. So obviously, I have a vested interest in this one. And also on Mother's Day, Cedric Williams will be making an appearance at the Odeon
cool.
Saloon.
So if you want tickets, the phone number is 775-315-1085, and you're going to ask for Lisa. You can also text her. Don't forget, the Kiwanis is having their benefit golf tournament on May 10th at Dayton Valley Golf Course. Then Virginia City is having a flower crawl on May 11th from 11 to 4 p.m. Let's see, tickets are $25, includes flower bucket and a flower from 30 different merchants. And you can get those tickets, let's see, at the Virginia City Visitors Center. There we go. Story County Chamber of Commerce.com. Okay. Then there's also at the Dayton Valley Golf Club for Mom on May 11th, 10 to 2 p.m. Now, reservations expired yesterday, but I'm going to give you the phone number because you never know. 775-246-7888, extension 2. And that's it. So, bye.
So thank you guys for joining us again. This is Carson Rural Communities on KNVC 95.1 FM, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your Thursday.
Bye-bye.